Yo, what up, it's Don.
Sammy here.
We are the Soul Brothers. How you guys doing? Back up in it. First and foremost, shout outs to fastpass.cn for chopping shoes up. We could take a look at. And this is the Lebron Soldier 12 dismantled. We're gonna take a look inside the shoe, see what's actually going on.
Yes, and I have my pair right over here. All right, so let's look at the cross section cut as always. I wonder how it's going to be. All right, so looking at this, yes, Eastbay was correct. It is bottom loaded heel and forefoot zoom units. That heel zoom unit looks pretty damn thick.
Yeah.
But can't really feel it. Same. I mean, dude, come on. Like in the Soldiers, you can never feel the zoom units ever. I mean, and also like, what is the point of this? Does it like maybe LeBron likes to not feel zoom? Maybe that bounce, and he maybe the zoom unit kind of like does a little something like for impact protection while you can't feel it, right? Maybe?
Well, he's also very heavy.
Yes.
He's a very heavy dude. Not saying he's like compared to a normal person, he's super heavy. So he's putting a ton of torque on the shoes. Maybe he feels it, you know, and maybe he doesn't want too much. Now the rest of us who are more of a normal size, you know, it's probably, you know, it's definitely a lot harder to feel it.
Yes.
But it's so thick, you know, it's like, how could you not feel that?
That's a thick ass zoom unit, dude.
Yeah.
And you can see the midfoot shank right there.
Yeah.
It's a little plastic piece. And yeah, it's basically a one booty upper, obviously.
Yeah.
And as you can see, a nice neoprene type of material on the underlay. And then there's not a lot of heel lip there for a heel, but lockdown seems to be pretty damn good for me.
Yeah.
But you know, so there's that. Alright, now this is the upper separated from the midsole, and nothing too crazy to see there. Now let's see the underlay. I mean, so so there is an underlaying material underneath this like canvasy material.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like it. It seemed like they just kind of like attached the canvas material to this black part, but I guess not. And I guess the it is stitched together, but it is basically a one whole piece underlaying the material. And it seems to be a neoprene type of material. It's stretchy, feels super nice. I'm not mad at it at all. So there's that. Right. So now there is the strobo board and stuff like that.
Insole, it's kind of you kind of got
standard stuff.
Standard stuff. It's you know, it's better than your paper stock insole, but it's kind of almost feels like it could be an ortholite.
Yeah.
A little squishy, which is nice. And then the
Pyron
strobo board, which is, you know, basic.
Exactly. And then you have your Phylon, and then your midfoot shank right there.
Probably just a TPU plastic material.
Alright, so looking at the bottom, you guys can see the zoom units. It's a pretty big zoom unit in the heel, and you have your full-size 4-foot zoom unit also.
I think the problem here is it's thick, but it's kind of narrow.
Yeah. Right.
So you don't have a ton of surface area to really get into it. And then the 4-foot is kind of like your standard shape 4-foot zoom unit.
Exactly. All right. So getting into the thickness, so the 4-foot zoom unit is 10.48 millimeters, which is like average. I think it's like 8.
Yeah.
So 10 is pretty thick.
Yeah. And
then moving on to the heel, it's 13.4 millimeters thick, which is pretty
thick.
Damn thick. But you can't feel anything. Hopefully it breaks in, but you know.
Yeah.
From my experience in Soldier lines, you can't really feel the zoom units. So here's the outsole, and you guys can see kind of like the shape of the zoom units.
In which it is decoupled.
Yes.
Right.
Very decoupled.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel like horrible. You know, we usually don't like decoupled outsoles, but so there's that. So moving on to the thickness of the entire cushion setup with the traction, minus the insole, and in the 4-foot it's 17.9 millimeters, which is you're pretty high off the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, 17.9, and then the heel you're 22.4 millimeters high off the ground, which is what, like a kind of like 5 millimeter offset, which is pretty flat.
Yeah.
But overall cushion is you're pretty high off the ground. All right, so here is the Soldier 11 Soldier 12 comparison, and dude, like it's very similar.
Very similar.
Really similar.
But they really thicken that zoom unit up in the heel and the 4-foot.
But other than that, like basically the upper, and they kind of change the traction a little bit, but the upper is basically the same, just a little different like strap system. But And also the underlying material is pretty similar too.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, see if you guys can see the cushion setup and the midfoot shank is very similar.
Mm-hmm.
But the 11 has like this V-shape midfoot shank. Alright, so the Soldier 11 has this is the 4-foot zoom unit, and the Soldier 11 is 8.1 millimeters thick, and then the Soldier 12 is 10.48, so they definitely did thicken it up. Still can't feel it. Hopefully it breaks in, but I already played it a few times, so still can't really feel anything. And in the heel, it seems like they decreased the thickness by 1 millimeter, or like 0.6 millimeters, because Soldier 11 is 14.02, and then the Soldier 12 is 13.4.
Interesting. It looks thicker.
It does look thicker.
That's weird.
But I don't think 0.6 millimeters does too much. But if it's the same as the Soldier 11, then you can't really feel it. But anyways, that's the dismantling of the Soldier 12. I like it so far. It's not bad. It's actually pretty damn nice. It's just the cushion, you can't really feel it, but that's not a huge issue for me. It's just, you know, it's kind of a waste of a zoom unit, you know? Like, why? Tell me, what's the point of putting a zoom unit if you can't feel it, right?
Right here.
I mean, okay,
Zoom.
It says zoom, but I mean...
Selling ploy to get you to buy the shoe.
I guess, right? But like...
Well, it just adds a little bit of
tech
to the shoe that they can sell.
Or does it like do something that we can't feel and maybe like...
Well, it probably does a slight amount of impact protection
really?
that you can't even really notice. And then for a bigger dude like LeBron, he probably could notice it a little bit more than us.
Yeah.
So...
but the upper and stuff like that is pretty damn similar to the 11. It's just a different strap system. But so far I'm liking it. Donnie Boy got his pair.
Yeah, I just got mine in.
He's going to be testing it. But anyways, that's the dismantling of the Soldier 12. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next one.
Later.
Peace.